Well, it hasn't rained yet today like they said it was supposed to. This is Friday. I'm gonna be behind on videos. It has sprinkled on and off a few times. A couple times it was enough to make the ground wet, and then like 30 minutes later it was dried off again. We're supposed to have a good shot starting around 7 tonight. Honestly, I know that there's a few guys around here that are behind on planting because they farm even wetter ground than I do that wouldn't like me saying this, but honestly, I kind of hope it does rain. And I say that, monkey. I say that because this is basically the same time last year when the rain just shut off and flat out wouldn't come. And I've been watching the radar all day, and it's doing the exact same thing that it started doing last year, where it hit the tip of the lake and either just fall apart or divide and go around us. And I'd really like it to rain to prove to me that it's not going to start pulling that crap on us again. It doesn't need to rain a lot, but it could rain a little. It says we're supposed to get about a 1/4 inch, which, you know, that's enough to get things rolling. Plant it into moisture to begin with and get a little bit of moisture to add to it, and that'll make the seed that's in the ground so far very happy. But if we don't get rain, I'm gonna be a mite bit concerned. So, that being said, I'm not going to go fit any ground and not be able to get it planted before that rain. And since we're already hooked up to the chisel plow and the ground is, I'm not going to say perfect for chisel plowing, it probably honestly could use a touch bit more moisture, but since the ground's good to chisel plow, it's a whole lot easier to get on the ground with a soil finisher after a rain than it is to get on it with a chisel plow. So while it's drying up the chisel plow, we're gonna keep on plowing since I got it hooked up. So get fueled up here and we'll be on the road. make an apology to you. The lack of sleep from last night started to catch up with me, and it quickly became not really caring much to do a whole lot of videoing and just trying to get what chisel plowing done I could. Still not done yet. This is Rolling Rock where I wadded up the combine snout last night, or not last night, last fall. I basically got the high ground. I had about 3/4 of this long piece in the front, and then this little piece right here, and the short rows over there in the front where I was mudding, or where I was wallering around in the mud. It got too wet down there, so I quit while I was ahead before I made a mess. And then I didn't even attempt the big piece back in the corner, because if it's too wet up there, it's too wet back there. So another week of drying gonna be a big difference, but I figured there ain't no sense in making a chunky mess I gotta try to work down. And then that piece on the other side of the fence line there, I got that chisel plowed. It was wet, but I had to get that sod off of it so it actually start drying out. That field is gonna need, it's gonna need disked at least once, if not twice, and then hit it with a finisher, just to get the sod work down and get it dried up. And truth be told, might end up disking part of this down to get it dried out, and then hit it with a soil finisher. But time will tell. I'm gonna go home and get some dinner and get things wrapped up. So that's it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Sorry it wasn't much, but I've about had it for the day.